was good. You know what I'm saying? Middle of the week, trade deadline frenzy right now. So trade deadline frenzy, you guys. A lot of shifting pieces. A lot of shifting pieces. It's been real interesting. And it started with the AD for Luka. Then after that, it was a whole but the Warriors they was literally contacting every team. Every team. They was trying to find anything. They was desperate to make a move. And with the way Wiggins have been playing recently, I mean, he improved his trade stock, right? You know what I'm saying? And shout out and salute to Wiggins for helping us win an NBA championship in 2022. I mean, Wiggins really, kind of came into his own when he came out here to the Bay, man. You know what I'm saying? He really turned his career around because you already knew the knock on Wiggins. Former #1 overall pick. All the things that was being said about him and him not being able to get it done in Minnesota. So, but Wiggins he's had a pretty good career, like, you know what I'm saying? So, salute to Wiggins. You know what I'm saying? We thank Wiggins for his services and everything that he did for us. And salute to him and his future endeavors, like, you know what I'm saying, as he moves on now. So that's just what it is. But I thought the Bucks got better. Milwaukee definitely got better. I know Ticket TV is cooking right now over there, so y'all can go check him out too. Donate, like, share, subscribe to that man, to that brother. But I know he's happy about him in 7A Sports too. 7A Sports, you know what I'm saying? He a Milwaukee fan. Go check him out. Milwaukee, in my opinion, got better because the best ability is availability. And that's one thing that Kyle Kuzma has been, even though he hasn't had great times in Washington. But, I mean, who has? Washington is one of those organizations that's just trying to, figure it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think Kuzma gives them stability. Yeah, another 3-and-D guy, another guy who can put the ball on the floor and that can score. You know what I'm saying? So, because Chris Middleton, let's just be honest, Chris Middleton, 2 ankle surgeries in the offseason, and all of those knee injuries and lower extremity injuries, it's like we've seen the best of Chris Middleton. We're never going to see the Chris Middleton that we've seen in the championship year that he had some years ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're not going to see that in 2020 or 2021, whichever one, 2021, I think. We're not going to see that Milwaukee. Like, you feel what I'm saying? We're not going to see that Chris Middleton. So, I thought that, and then Kuzma already got a championship. You know what I'm saying? With the Lakers in 2019 in the bubble. So, I think that adds stability. I think that helps. That helps them. And then they get Bobby Portis back from injury, which he had 23 points tonight, 12 rebounds. So that was huge. That was huge for Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? Nice pickup for Milwaukee. The real Tate, what's good, my guy, man? Salute. Little Tate. Hey, that was huge. So, a lot of shit in pieces. Brandon Ingram, the Pels finally got rid of him, shipped him off to Toronto. So now you got Brandon Ingram, RJ Barrett, and Scotty Barnes. So that's going to be interesting to watch. They got Davion Mitchell. They got some defenders over there. You know what I'm saying? Jamal Shedd. So they got Jakob Poeltl, GD, Grady. I'm not saying his last name, but they got some ballers over there. Walter, you know what I'm saying, out of Baylor. So I think that Toronto and Masai Ujiri, Masai Ujiri, that dude makes moves, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that dude, he really makes moves. So look for Toronto to compete, like, you know what I'm saying, in the next couple of years, if they can keep building, you know what I'm saying, through the draft and let their young guys develop. You know what I'm saying? I believe that Toronto can be right back in the thick of the playoff race. Like, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, as long as they stay healthy. So that's gonna be interesting to watch. But I don't know if they're finished making moves. We still got a whole less than 24 hours. We still got about less than 24 hours to, you know what I'm saying, to make some, for teams to make something happen. The KD to the Warriors reunion, that fizzled out because KD did not want to rejoin the Warriors. I think KD really didn't want to play with Draymond. But even if Draymond wasn't involved, even if Draymond was involved in the deal, he still didn't want to come back. And the sole reason why I feel like he didn't want to come back is because he feels like he was going to be second fiddle to Steph Curry's fandom. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to be bigger than Steph Curry in the Bay. And also, I don't think that he likes Steve Kerr as a coach. He questioned Steve Kerr's, you know what I'm saying, coaching ability and offense when he was here. You know what I'm saying? As he was leaving. So that probably could have, you know what I'm saying, sealed the fate on that. So, but so that's that. So now they need to figure out, is there a deal? Could he possibly land in Brooklyn? You know what I'm saying? Could he possibly land with the Knicks? We don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's still some decisions to be made. You feel what I'm saying? There's some conversations to be had. So we'll see what happens with that. De'Aaron Fox to San Antonio. I'm not real high on that because, to be honest, De'Aaron Fox doesn't guard. He doesn't play defense. So if your point guard can't give you maximum effort on defense every possession and stop the opposing team's best player and best point guard, how can you expect to win? Like, you feel what I'm saying? How can you expect to win? I don't agree. I think that it was a cool trade, but to just put San Antonio above a lot of those other teams that's, like, you know what I'm saying, battling for that playing spot, I don't think that I can really put them there. I know they got great leadership in Chris Paul. I don't know if they're going to flip Chris Paul or not, but we know that De'Aaron Fox has an ego. De'Aaron Fox thinks he's that dude, but you have to be able to guard, and I don't think that De'Aaron Fox can guard. And Wemby shoots too many threes for my liking. If Wemby played more inside than out, then I would say, you know what, they got something there. I love Stephen Castle, though. And they got some young players, you know what I'm saying? Devin Vassell, they got Jeremy Shoshine, a defender. You know what I'm saying? They got Keldon Johnson coming off the bench out of Kentucky. So they have some pieces there. They're just young. You know what I'm saying? They have a young interim coach for the meantime until Pop gets back. But looks like he's probably going to finish the season out. I don't know if Pop is going to come back, you know what I'm saying, after dealing with his health situation. So they're still young. They're still trying to figure it out, though. But we know that Chris Paul is a great leader, and he does wonders, you know what I'm saying, and do what he do as far as his leadership. He propels young teams to get them into playoff situations. We've seen him do it in the past. So we'll see how that situation plays out over there. Sacramento Kings, they added Zach LaVine. They ass blasted tonight. You know what I'm saying? By the Orlando Magic, who was sputtering, you know what I'm saying, and reeling and playing pretty bad basketball over the last month of the season. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, before all the injuries accumulated for Orlando, they was a top 5 team in the East. You know what I'm saying? And one of the better teams across the league, in my opinion. But that's what happened when you're riddled with injuries. You can go from the best to the worst, from the middle of the pack to the last. So, but they handed it to Utah. I mean, they handed it to Sacramento tonight. And Zach LaVine did play, scored about 15. Last time I checked, he was on 13 points from 4 for 12 from the field or something like that. 0 for 4 from the 3. So it's going to take a little bit of time for them to adjust to Zach LaVine. But also, again, Zach LaVine doesn't move the needle for you. He's a scorer. He's a capable 30-point scorer. But again, he doesn't guard and defend at a high clip either. So you have a bunch of guys. Malik Monk don't defend. You got Malik Monk doesn't defend. DeMar DeRozan doesn't defend, and Sabonis doesn't defend at a high clip, and DeMar DeRozan doesn't defend. So you essentially, 4 of your best players on Sacramento do not guard. And that's the problem that we're having with the NBA. The NBA is a struggle to find players that want to compete on both ends of the court. And that's why I love that the Warriors got Jimmy Buckets. Jimmy Buckets have been one of my favorite players in the league. Like, you know what I'm saying? Since he came out of Marquette. I watched him at Marquette. I watched Jimmy Butler work his way up through hard work, you know what I'm saying, and then worked on his game and developed into an all-star. You know what I'm saying? He led Miami to 2 finals. So I love what the Warriors did in getting Jimmy Buckets. I think the Jimmy Buckets move puts the Warriors back into the thick of the Western Conference. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people say Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins and helped them win the championship. Yeah, but if Andrew Wiggins was really that dude, why are the Warriors trash cans? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, if Andrew Wiggins is somebody that we can rely on like that, why are the Warriors sputtering? You feel me? You need a guy that got dog in him. Wiggins don't have dog in him. That's what I'm trying to explain to people. Jimmy Butler got dog in him. He will defend. He will talk shit. You know what I'm saying? He will get in your head. And you know he's going to give it to you on both ends of the court. And that's exactly what we need. We needed somebody to come, you know what I'm saying, that's going to lighten and get the crowd lit up. Because you know Jimmy Butler, he'll talk to the crowd. He'll talk to the opposing team. He'll talk, you know what I'm saying? He's going to be that firecracker. We only got 1 or 2 is Steph and Draymond. But Draymond isn't nowhere near the offensive talent that Jimmy Butler is. You know what I'm saying? And we see what Jimmy Butler can do. You know what I'm saying? By slaying Boston, slaying Milwaukee and Giannis and Drew Holiday at the time when they still had Drew Holiday. It was Jimmy Butler that slayed them. You feel what I'm saying? He ran up against the Joker and them. It didn't work so well because he had no supporting cast. He had no help. Caleb Martin, Max Strus, Gabe Vincent, Duncan Robinson. He had no help. There was no help, literally. Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo didn't play, you know what I'm saying, like he was supposed to play in that finals. A defensive player of the year caliber type player, but you let the Joker go off. You feel what I'm saying? So it wasn't Jimmy Butler's fault. So moving on from that, I think that the Warriors put themselves in a good position. Now, we're still not at the deadline. There can be more moves made. The Warriors can add other pieces. But I feel that with Jimmy can help get the confidence going for the younger guys. You know what I'm saying? The Buddy Hield can find his game again. Even though the Warriors took a tough loss tonight, last time I checked, they was up 7 points. You know what I'm saying? But they ended up squandering and relinquishing the lead, which ended up losing at Utah. Utah has always been a tough place for the Warriors to get dubs. The Dubs cannot get a dub at Utah. I don't know what it is. It's the altitude, or it's the reps, or it's just one of those things where one team just has your number. Like, you know what I'm saying? No matter who's playing. So that was a good bounce back win for Utah after they gave away the game the other night against the Indiana Pacers late in that game. So good bounce back win. Dallas is right there. They're back in title contention. When they get all their guys healthy and put all the right pieces in place. And people need to understand that it's going to take a little bit of time for all of these teams and all these players to get acclimated, you know what I'm saying, to new environments, new system, new coaches, you know what I'm saying, new playing style. Give them a little bit of time. You can't just expect these teams to come out and just win like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know everybody is expecting teams to just be like, oh, we got this person. We just finna just blow people out. Even the Lakers. The Lakers are playing really, really well right now. They have been over the last course of the, like, you know what I'm saying, the last month. They've been playing pretty good. Now you add Luka to the fold. Can you sustain that? You know what I'm saying? It's a new system, new environment, new teammates, new coaches. You feel me? You have to get acclimated. So you got to give it about, you know what I'm saying, maybe 6, 7 games to really see what they can be and what they could turn into. You know what I'm saying? But Dallas with AD, you shore up. You got 3 solid bigs. You know what I'm saying? They're number 1 at rim protection in the league. But not having Luka and having and players being in and out of the lineup, the PJ Washingtons and Klay Thompson being inconsistent, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be hard to win games when you just solely have to rely on Kyrie. You feel what I'm saying? It's hard to win in the league when it's just one guy. We don't have any more Kobe's coming through the building. We don't have that. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So, we don't have any more Jordans coming through the building. We don't have no more Tracy McGrady's, Allen Iversons. Like, there's no more of those type of players left in the league. Now, you have to have 2 really good players on your team in order to sustain any level of consistency and win and improve your wins. You know what I'm saying? So, it's gonna get real interesting. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of moving pieces. The Lakers they're okay. Lakers are okay. I still believe that the Lakers have a lot of flaws defensively. You add Luka, somebody who really doesn't play elite defense, with LeBron, 40 years old, who's not really the same defender that he was when he was in his prime. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he could give it to you offensively, though, but last time I checked, man, you got to get stops. You got to get stops. And that's what it really all boils down to. Also, the Kings made another trade. They picked up Jonas Valanciunas from the Wizards. That's a good pickup. You know what I'm saying? That is a good pickup for them. And also, the Bucks got Patrick Baldwin Jr. also in that trade, I think. I think Patrick Baldwin Jr. went in that trade to the Bucks. Also, Patrick Baldwin Jr. is a stretch big. You know what I'm saying? High basketball IQ. Yeah, he hasn't gotten a lot of playing time and opportunities, but as far as the talent is there. So just how well can they develop it? You know what I'm saying? You just got to give them a shot. You got to give them a shot. You know what I'm saying? So Patrick Baldwin Jr. is reunited with Ryan Rollins, who was drafted with the Warriors out of Toledo. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Baldwin Jr. out of the Wisconsin, Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the UW over there where he played for his dad. So he's reunited over there. And I know people are like, man, why are you talking about them? Y'all need to understand it could be little throw-ins. See, it could be little throw-ins like that can turn into a valuable role player in a championship run. See, people will overlook like, oh, Patrick Baldwin, we'll just throw in Patrick Baldwin Jr. No, if you give him an opportunity and you build his confidence and you develop him correctly, he can help you in certain areas on a basketball court. 6'10", can shoot, high basketball IQ, a little more mild-mannered probably for a lot of people's liking, but check this out, he's talented. So you need to really put this stuff in a proper perspective, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to get real interesting. I can tell you that right now. The West is loaded. The Clippers really haven't made any big moves yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? They need to shore up their roster, maybe their second unit, maybe like some guys are playing on edge because they feel like they're going to be traded. It's hard to play. See, you got on your rosters after on playing basketball and getting better, you know what I'm saying, and trying to add value to their prospective teams. So to always keep that in mind. And it's hard to play and your name is always in the press and the reporters and the media is asking you questions about, you know what I'm saying, your stature with the team and your tenure with the team. So you have to be careful. You just got to stay even keel. You know what I'm saying? Just got to stick to your workout regimens. You know what I'm saying? Your pregame, postgame routines. And be humble because this comes along with the territory. And that's just what it is. So we'll see what happens. Salute, Tyler Brown. I see you. Make sure y'all hit them thumbs up if you haven't already, like, you know what I'm saying, subscribe to the channel, Leisure, if you haven't already done so. So it's getting real interesting, you guys. This is going to be a real fun second half of the season. I'm really eager to see, you know what I'm saying, who really wins the Wild Wild West. The West is stacked. Every team, you know what I'm saying? Every team from 13 all the way to 1. Loaded. So, and Baldwin is from Milwaukee. Mojo, yes, sir. Yes, he is. He is from Milwaukee. That's correct. So, I think that was a good pickup for him. He can be comfortable playing in front of his family, being reunited with his dad and stuff out there. And you know what I'm saying? UW. So, we'll see what happens. But I think that, you know, teams are poised to make a run. Love what I've seen from Joel Embiid, triple-double. 29 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists. I mean, you know, if we can get a healthy Joel Embiid and a healthy Paul George, then they can get back into the thick of things. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. You know what I'm saying? They're going to raise the league pass prices for sure because of Luka and LeBron. The NBA is still catering to LeBron. So we need to always keep that in perspective. The NBA is going to try to ride LeBron until he just literally, you know what I'm saying, passes the hell out or whatever. Until he really just can't play basketball anymore. It doesn't even matter if LeBron is good or anywhere close to, you know what I'm saying, what he is right now. They're going to try to ride this LeBron dude out. I can see LeBron James playing until he's like 47 years old. Like, real talk. With all of the things that he does to take care of his body, we know what that is. Steroids. Oh, excuse me. My bad. But we already know what it is. You feel me? He's going to try to keep going. He's going to try to score down near 100,000 points, bro. Real talk. The nigga going to try to score 100,000 points, and then it's no way you can't tell that man that he ain't the GOAT. You feel me? Trash cans. But anyway, that's just what it is. The NBA is struggling right now because the competitiveness is at an all-time low. And I'm not meaning talent, because every team is talented. Every team has talent on their roster. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about the mentality of these guys are so weak that it destroys and hurts your ratings because they don't compete like old school basketball. They're too busy smiling with each other, having in-game conversations with each other, formulating all these special handshakes with each other. It's just like, well, you know what? I like you off the court. So it's no way that I can, you know what I'm saying, mix it up with you on the court. And that's what's struggling with the league. And that's the whole player empowerment thing. You know what I'm saying? But these niggas is just soft now. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Salute, Tyler Cheyenne. What's good, my God? T Sledge, I see you. That's true, Cheyenne. Right in your face, mother. That's the script. Silver slipper. Unless someone in the West interrupts it. Yeah, I can see that. You know what I can also see? Bro, you gotta have Steph, or you gotta have one of those players in the finals, bro. Steph, or of course they want LeBron back in the finals because they want LeBron to solidify his legacy by getting his 5th ring, which will tie Kobe Bryant, untie Steph Curry, and then he'll be one under Michael Jordan. So everything to try to promote LeBron as the GOAT. I don't think that it's anything that LeBron can do at this point, you know what I'm saying, to pass Michael Jordan, because Michael Jordan was flawless after he figured it out against Detroit. After Michael Jordan figured it out against Detroit, Nobody could beat him after that. So it's just like, it's nothing that you can do. Like, you know, he has the stats and all the accolades to back everything up, and then he won more than anybody. You know what I'm saying? Outside of Bill Russell. So we got to look at it like that. Yeah, that's facts. He wasn't you know what's so crazy? The commissioner wasn't an undercover motherfucking GM for the Lakers when they vetoed the motherfucking trade that prevented Chris Paul teaming up with Kobe Bryant in their prime. Remember that? Right. So all of a sudden now they want to allow all these motherfucking superstars to go to LA. But we couldn't even get motherfucking Chris Paul because they knew that Michael Jordan was going to shut down any LeBron legacy. Anything that they was trying to promote, it was no way you could promote LeBron as the face of the NBA or compare him to Michael Jordan, because Kobe would have been on top of Michael Jordan. He would have passed him in rings. Period. Just period, point blank. Kobe Bryant and Chris Paul, think about it. Those are championships instantly. Come on now. But you give him an old-ass Steve Nash, you know what I'm saying, and a disgruntled, you know what I'm saying, non-focused ass Dwight Howard. Let's just be honest. You feel me? And you expected the motherfucker to win with that. But guess what? If he wouldn't have tore his Achilles, Kobe Bryant was fucking on a different mission. He wanted to win 3 in a row and let everybody know, nigga, I'm better than Jordan. But his body failed him. And that's just a part of the game sometimes. You know what I'm saying? He already was battling ankle injuries and knee injuries up until that point throughout the season. So it was about time for something like that to happen. His body just broke down. Everything that he gave to the game, you know what I'm saying? The countless hours of work that he put in every day for 20 years. The basketball guys finally came home and said, you know what? The basketball guys finally, you know what I'm saying, brought him home and said, you know what, my son, you've done everything that you can do. There's no more that you can do right now. You had a great career. This is it. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what happened to Kobe in his later years. You know what I'm saying? That year when he tore his Achilles, it was over with after that. Salute. Salute. What's good, my guy, man? Salute, Ron Time. Ron Time. Salute, Cuddy. Ronnie. Doing something on defense. What up? What up? Kareem. What's good, my guy, man? Hey, Ellis, what's good? Do you think they would trade for BI? Get big. Need a big man. We do need a big man, but I don't want no soft-ass big man. But guess what? We still might be in the runnings for Vucevic. So this is the thing right here, you guys. If the Warriors can still go get... See, I don't like Vucevic with Wiggins, but I love Vucevic with Jimmy Butler because Jimmy Butler is going to hold Vucevic accountable along with Draymond Green. You know what I'm saying? And then you put Vucevic with Jimmy, you put him with Draymond, you put him with Steph, and then you put him with Kuminga coming back. Can somebody tell me how they're going to handle all 3 of those players? Jimmy Butler, Kuminga, Vucevic, and Steph. It's going to be really, really hard. It's going to be really hard. The pickup that Mark Williams pickup for the Lakers was huge. They needed a big. Even though Mark Williams is young, came from Duke, but Mark Williams is a solid big, and he's shown that he's a double-double machine. If you hit him with them pocket passes, Mark Williams can dunk on you. He'll finish those shots. He's a little raw offensively, but Mark Williams is strong. He's a solid big. He has nice size. So that should help them for real, for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you can put, what's the name, in his original role and bring a Jackson Hayes off the bench, high energy big that's going to run the floor, block shots, and just come with that high energy that he brings on a consistent basis. So that's a good pickup for the Lakers. So the Lakers are moving in the right direction. They're making moves. Whether they keep certain players or not, that's yet to be seen. but the Lakers are making moves. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's all you can ask for from an LA Lakers organization. They're going to try to make moves to make their teams better. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So, but it all is contingent upon the defense from their superstars. If your superstar in the league, what's good with the T-Sweets? If you have a superstar, if your superstars on your team do not defend, it's going to be hard for all the rest of the role players to follow them because they're not leading by example. You can't expect to be like, oh, I'm the offensive guy. I need y'all to play defense for me. No, that's the reason why the Warriors won so many times, because Steph Curry gives maximum effort on defense. Is he undersized? Yes. Is he not the most athletic? Yes. But guess what? He competes. And that's all you want your superstars to do. The season where the Denver Nuggets won the championship, their weaker defenders actually gave effort. And that was the reason why it propelled them to a championship run. Michael Porter Jr. guarded. Jamal Murray guarded. The Joker's going to use his basketball IQ to play defense. He's slow-footed. Yes, he can't really challenge shots at the rim. But the Joker is very, very strategic and good at using his hands and positioning. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard for him to guard the pick and roll. So you have to do it collectively. That's how you pick up bad defenders on your team. They can become really good team defenders, but they can be really poor individual defenders. So, but you have to give maximum effort. And that was the reason why they won a championship, because their weaker defenders on the team actually gave effort. So it helped out the KCPs, the Bruce Browns, and the Jeff Greens, and you know what I'm saying, and the Aaron Gordons and players like that. But now you got Russell Westbrook, another guy who can play defense, but his shot isn't really the same as KCP. He's not a pure stretch three-point shooter. But he's been better. He's a slasher. You know what I'm saying? He knows, he has vision. He knows how to play the point guard position. And you know he's going to compete defensively. So that's really what it all boils down to. And then you get a healthy Aaron Gordon. And then you got Christian Brown won a national championship at Kansas. You put some of these guys in there. And then a PJ Watson, who just got injured. But if you bring him back, then that solidifies your team defensively. But you need the maximum effort from Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., and a Joker if you want to make another run at a finals, at a chip. You get what I'm saying? So, Jamie Houses, what's good with you? The Warriors should trade for Vucevic, in my opinion. I think that can help them a lot. You know what I'm saying? If they trade for Vucevic. But, you know what I'm saying? Time will tell. Time will tell. You know what I'm saying? We got Trace Jackson Davis. We got certain bigs right now, but I just don't think those are bigs that's going to move the needle. We know a veteran, a former all-star like Vucevic. I didn't like the idea of getting him and Zach LaVine, or just him by himself, because I just felt like you didn't have anybody else to really hold him accountable outside of Draymond, and you needed another forward, someone that can get him the ball. You know what I'm saying? And somebody that he can trust. And I feel like that would have been a good pairing if you put a Jimmy Butler with a Vucevic. Now I like the Vucevic move even more. So, but it's going to come at an expense of one of our veterans, maybe Kevon Looney. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see what happens with that. I don't know what other bigs are out there. Maybe an Alex Len from SAC, because now they got Valanciunas. So that means Alex Len is going to be pushed even further down to the bench. Maybe go try to see if you can get a Bo. You know what I'm saying? A lot of length, size, and skill at that position. You put him with a Jimmy Butler, a Draymond Green, and Steph Curry, and utilize his skill set as 7-1. Bo can be a really solid player. You know what I'm saying? His dad used to play for the Golden State Warriors. Rest in peace to Manu Bo. You feel me? So if you can go get a Bo, I like that pickup. See, you have to be able to scout and know talent. You find these diamond in the rough players that can add value to your team and help you win a championship. Nobody thought that Bruce Brown was shit when he came from Brooklyn, but he was valuable for that Brooklyn team and the things that he was doing for that team when they had Kyrie, KD, and James Harden. You know what I'm saying? Even though they got swept, but still, he was a a diamond in the rough. So now Denver said, "Oh, let's go get Bruce Brown." Bruce Brown ultimately helped them win a chip, but they got rid of him. And then guess what? Denver didn't win anymore after that. They got rid of KCP. They got rid of Bruce Brown, and they didn't win. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we have enough to go get Miles Turner. And I'm not giving up Kuminga to get Miles Turner. Now, if we can make it work to where, you know what I'm saying, we can give away Podzimski or some of our young guys and maybe some more draft picks to get Miles Turner, then okay. But at the end of the day, you got to be very strategic with this. You can find diamond in the rough players if you scout the right talent. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, he was barely getting clocked, but guess what? I feel that Dalton Connect is gonna help Charlotte really, really good. I think he's gonna add way more value to that Charlotte team because he's somebody that's a hard worker and he can score. You know what I'm saying? So if you just seen what he did, you know what I'm saying, with the Lakers, and he's athletic. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta put that in perspective. What's good with it, Bree? There you go, Bree. You already know the Lakers about to get 100 free throws. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not. Hey, guess what? If Jimmy is available for tomorrow's game, I like our chances. I know it's on a back to back, right? You know what I'm saying? We don't have to travel too far from Utah. You know what I'm saying? Over here on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Over here to what's the name? But guess what? I think that we'll be able to compete. I think tomorrow, if Jimmy plays, but we need Jimmy to play. If Jimmy don't play, we don't have a chance, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Oh, DeAndre Aiden. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if that Donovan Clingan guy from Connecticut who won a national championship, he's hella big and slow. I don't know what Portland saw. What did Portland see in that dude? That dude is not going to be able to guard anybody. Slow feet. The game is played at a much faster pace. Now, if the game was played at a slower pace, then I can see him because he's like a Greg Ostertag kind of guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? If anybody know who Greg Ostertag is from back in the day, but a lot of y'all new hoop fans, y'all don't really know old school hoops. So, but I don't understand what Portland wasted a pick on that for. Because DeAndre Ayton is a 20 and 10 guy. DeAndre Ayton is a back to the basket player, and he can step out and hit 15 foot and stretch it even further out to the three. So, and he can rim protect. You know what I'm saying? He just needed to be built up. See, Monty Williams broke DeAndre Ayton's confidence. You see what I'm saying? You got to instill confidence and develop players. You can't stunt their growth. You know what I'm saying? You got to let them go through their transgressions, and then you got to teach. You got to have skill development. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't teach players anything anymore. They don't teach the proper footwork. They don't teach how to the tricks of the trade on how to use your body and your size, and then be confident in your moves. Like, you know what I'm saying? DeAndre Ayton is valuable. If the Warriors can somehow get a DeAndre Ayton, then that would be huge for the Warriors front court. Like, real talk. But I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen. Yeah, Jimmy Butler got to go through a series of physicals and all type of shit. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll see what happens with that. Yeah, Jimmy Fresh. Kerr was snotting and crying in his post game. Warriors are too soft to me and starts with the coach. I agree with that. And I've been telling y'all, Steve Kerr isn't it. Now, if we can get rid of Steve Kerr, I will feel a lot more confident with the moves and let Terry Stotts take over as head coach. And then now you can have Jerry Stackhouse as one of your lead assistants because Jerry Stackhouse was a dog too on offense and defensively. Remember that. You know what I'm saying? But I just think that it's time for Steve Kerr to kind of just step to the side, Steve Kerr. Maybe go into the front office, help Michael Dunleavy. Kind of like how, you know what I'm saying? What's the guy's name for Boston? The coach from Butler, the young cat. Remember he was coaching Boston. It wasn't quite working out, and they just gave him a front office position. That's what they need to do with Steve Kerr. He can go back to being an executive with the team, just like he was in Phoenix. because it's time for a new voice, bro. These players are tired of these old and these voices. These it's no real coaching in the league. It's only a select few that's a really good coach. Like you know what I'm saying? So we just need a new voice. Brad Stevens, thank you, Shia. Appreciate it. We need that toughness. I don't want this is what I don't want. I do not want Steve Kerr trying to turn Jimmy Butler into a 3-point shooter. Let Jimmy Butler play his game, what he does, slashing, posting up, mid range, getting to the free throw line. And occasionally Jimmy Butler will shoot three. See, but in Miami, they don't let your superstar shoot threes like that. They only let the 3-point shooters shoot threes. But Jimmy Butler came from Chicago. Jimmy Butler was hitting threes in Chicago and Minnesota. And then he went to Miami and they said, don't shoot no threes. They did the same thing with Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade was shooting threes in Cleveland and in Chicago. But then all of a sudden in Miami, they told him don't shoot no threes. So I think Jimmy Butler is capable of shooting threes. And guess what? You're going to be over there with two of the best shooters ever in the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Buddy Hield and Steph Curry. So you can learn, like, they can help you with your mechanics. Maybe elevate a little bit more because we've seen Jimmy Butler go from an elevate, his jump shot go from more elevated, meaning him jumping off the ground, to a more not so much just kind of like a, you know what I'm saying, all upper body, not really jumping up off the ground. So if we can, you know what I'm saying, work with his mechanics, with the shooting and the strength and skill development coaches, then that will help improve Jimmy Butler's 3-point shooting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because Jimmy Butler's a capable 3-point shooter. He's capable. He's not going to shoot them like 10 and at a high clip like that. But if you give him about like 5 threes, he's capable of making 2 out of 5 or 3 out of 6. Like, you know what I'm saying? Something like around that area, like around 40%. In my opinion, I think that he can be that. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. But you got to let him play his game. Like, and to be honest, y'all, I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all, though. And I always trash this player. I always trash this player. You know what I'm saying? If we can go get a player like Ben Simmons, like real talk though, I know he's the same version. I think he's the same thing as a Draymond Green. He's younger, he's more athletic. But if we can get like a Ben Simmons to help shore up that second unit and get the guy develop his confidence to where he can get back to being aggressive and attacking the rim, I think that would help the Warriors. And we know at 6'10", he can defend with his size, athleticism, and strength. You know what I'm saying? I think that will help revitalize his career, sort of like it did for like an Andrew Wiggins. We revitalized his career. He was on a trajectory where he really wasn't going to be doing nothing. A number one pick, you look at it and be like, number one pick, I don't know if he has number one pick type of talent. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? He made his first All-Star. He started in the first All-Star team that he made, and then he won an NBA championship in the same season. That's the type of effect when playing with great Hall of Fame players that can rub off on guys that probably lost their confidence somewhere along the way. So what happens, but I mean, I still think that we need to make another move. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe if we can go get a Paul Reed. Where's Paul Reed at right now? Paul Reed is not in Philly, right? Where's Paul Reed at? Detroit? Paul Reed is in Detroit. Maybe go see if we can get a Paul Reed up out of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You just got to get on the phone, man, and see if it makes sense to bring in some guys, high character guys. But we need another dog in the front court. You feel what I'm saying? If we can get another dog in the front court, I think that will help solidify our team as a whole. And we can try to make a run in this second half of the season. You know what I'm saying? We just need to get Steph some rest. If I'm Steph Curry, well, you know what? Steph Curry can't rest in an All-Star game in a hometown team. Like, he has to play, but Steph Curry needs to find a way to revitalize his body, rejuvenate. He needs to rejuvenate. And that maybe he can take a week off like LeBron did. Maybe if Steph Curry got some PTO, he can take a week off like LeBron did, go get served up with some of them smoothies, and come back dunking on people like LeBron did. You know what I'm saying? But we know that Steph Curry doesn't cheat the game like that. So that probably won't happen. But I'm just saying. Wishful thinking. You feel me? Yeah, Detroit. Yes, sir. I know we can't trust Ben. Yeah, Jimmy gonna be fine. I already know. Steph Curry is not the type of guy that's going to go to the owners, that's going to, you know what I'm saying, throw his players and coaches under the bus to the media. Steph is just a great dude. He's a stand up dude. He's a consummate professional. He's not going to throw, but you can see the frustration weighing every time he gets subbed out of the game by Kerr. He is so over Steve Kerr in his rotations and just his style of coaching is just that's why I say it was crucial for them to add Terry Stotts as an assistant because I believe that Steve Kerr will be fired this year. Somewhere along the way, upcoming in this second half of the season, I believe that Terry Stotts or Steve Kerr might leave because of medical condition. Maybe he might take a medical leave like Greg Popovich did because there's a lot of pressure on Steve Kerr right now. Everybody's calling into the local radio shows asking for him to be fired and a whole bunch of different, it needs to be a change here and there. You know what I'm saying? So we got another head coach on our roster in Terry Stotts, and we know Terry Stotts has had success. He was successful in Dallas as an assistant where he won a championship under Rick Carlisle. Successful as a coach in Portland, even though they never got over the hump. But we know why, because they had to go up against the Warriors every other year. So, you know what I'm saying? But he was successful. He made first round, second round, Western Conference Finals. He's capable of coaching. And maybe that's what the Warriors need is just a new voice. Sometimes you just need a new voice. They already got rid of Clay. You know what I'm saying? They got rid of Jordan Poole. They already got rid of Bob Myers. You know what I'm saying? So now you got a new GM. Now it's time to get rid of the coach. And that's okay. Steve Kerr had a great run. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's, you know what I'm saying, one of the better coaches. But guess what? 4 rings, you can't argue with that, right? I just think it's time for a new voice. Steph and Golden State is known for reviving careers. McGee, Wiggins, Livingston, yes, sir. Jordan Clarkson went off tonight. Jordan Clarkson, he's out there. Somebody's going to go get Jordan Clarkson because Utah is in a full rebuilding mode. You know what I'm saying? They're full rebuild mode. And Steph, yeah, he's injured. I hope Steve is forced to step down. Right. I agree with I agree with that. Steve Kerr been stressed out he's been stressed out for a long time, bro. With his mismanagement of players in the roster and the stupid stuff that he says in post game interviews, I'll be like, dude, really? What is Joe Lacob doing? Do you not see that this dude is causing our team to lose a bunch of games? The style of play that he has is getting our older guys injured. Steph Curry and Draymond Green are accumulating a lot of injuries by playing that fast ass pace. It's okay to slow the ball down and execute and run a traditional style offense with motion and movement. You know what I'm saying? And then use your IQ. But trying to run off a million screens and this dude said this and it's a constant moving and this dude, you're running our players into the ground. And it shows. You feel me? Terry Stotts plays fast too, but he also comes down and runs different half court sets to get post action. You know what I'm saying? He did it when he had Nurkic. He did it when he had LaMarcus Aldridge. He did it, bro. So it's just time for us to make a change at coach or just change up the offense. I don't know if Steve Kerr is capable of doing that, but I'm just saying it's time. Yes, sir. You already know that, Jamie. It is what it is, though, man. But you know what I'm saying? Those are my thoughts. I'm pretty sure that I missed some. I'm probably missed some trades. You know what I'm saying? That happened. But I just wanted to come on here, you know what I'm saying, and give my 2 cents and what I thought about, the trades thus far. You feel what I'm saying? But hey, it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna see what happens. You know what I'm saying? So it's not over. These moves, hey, check your Twitter, check ESPN, check your Instagram, wherever you get your media, your news from, and all of that. Make sure you tapped in because it's probably gonna be some bigger stuff going on. You know what I'm saying in the next 24 hours. So, salute to all my people, bro. I'm just coming from my son game. You know what I'm saying? They got the win. You know what I'm saying? He did okay. And I'm about to pack it on in, man. I appreciate all y'all for showing love like y'all always do. Thank you so much. Never take none of this for granted. I'm glad that God, you know what I'm saying, gives me grace and has mercy on my life and allows me, you know what I'm saying, to interact with you guys and provide my perspective on a game that I love so much. So, salute to y'all, man. Make sure y'all get some rest, be safe. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna get after it again tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like always, love, live, life, smile, cry, and laugh. You know what I'm saying? Salute. Appreciate y'all. Good night.